Hello everybody, it's Michael Lee back with more lumberjack fire safety work. Let's get it. Good morning everybody. Beautiful, cold, crisp, late fall morning. Beautiful. I'm offering a different view of all the work I've done. Dang, I'm good. Looking good. See that small willow down there by the creek? There was a big 4-point, or not a big, but there was a 4-point buck eating the bark off the willow. There's a natural form of aspirin in the bark and other parts of the willow tree. I can't remember. That's red willow, but deer will eat the willow on purpose, food supply primarily, but secondarily for that natural pain reliever, kind of reduction of headache, natural aspirin that's in it. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let's go check on the two burn piles. See them way down there. We'll inspect this whole lower area that I've been working on the past few days, and then we'll move on. As long as that area is looking good. Oh, I need to turn the water on. That reminds me, I gotta turn the water on. And I'm working on Bill's property tomorrow, so a property down the hill, 35-acre property. So I won't be here again for at least another week. This is the water, the spigot that I ran my 250 feet of heavy-duty hose down to the burn piles. So it's always safety first, right? It's always good to have a good source of water with good pressure and a good heavy-duty hose when you're burning. You know, safety first, just in case. And it's always good to spray the perimeter of the burn from time to time. Oh man, this upper section just looks so healthy, open, sustainable, fire resistant. This is national park quality here. Dang, I'm good. Look at that. Woo-wee. Okay. And then, as long as this lower section is looking good, we're going to move on to today's task, which will be removing these piles of firewood over there. Splitting that firewood, I'm going to pull my truck down to here, back it down, and we're going to be loading firewood, splitting firewood, and then transporting it down the hill to Doug's property. Doug's wood pile is the final destination for all the firewood I made from this property. That's convenient, right? You just take it down the hill 10 seconds to the neighbor. I have multiple firewood clients, but Doug's the closest at being 10 seconds away. Oh, I put a bunch of conked out wood rounds that I was planning to split into firewood, but actually once I started inspecting them, they're all conked. They got the mushroom in them. They're already decomposing and breaking down, so no good for firewood. They're conked out, so I used them to slow the flow here in the creek to prevent soil erosion and channelization. The property owner here was concerned about those, both of those things. See, did a lot of placement of the conked out wood for to slow the flow and to slow soil erosion. All right, here we go. Now, these may look completely dormant, but I guarantee you there's still some embers deep down. So at some point before I leave today, probably this will be the last thing I do before I leave today, is I'll douse these again with the hose. There it is. I have a nice attachment on that hose so I can get a nice spray, and I'll just evenly douse this area. Again, don't need to do that. Everything's soaking wet. We just had storms. It's freezing cold, but safety first, right? Might as well take the extra precaution. Doesn't take that long to douse anyways, just 5 minutes, so. Oh yeah, and then we have to see the burn piles way over there. There's 4 burn piles over there, but I have to hold off on those until I get permission from the property owners over there to attach my 250 feet of hose to their spigot. It's just much closer, and I'll get better pressure that way. So hopefully I can get that approval soon, and then we'll come back and burn some more. So here's an area that I cleaned. Look how much nicer this is. There used to be branches everywhere. Firewood, got all the firewood transported to Doug's, got all the branches burned. I am going to do some final detail work here, like on that piece of wood, kind of rounding off the end of it to make it look nicer, to make it look more natural. And also this stump I still need to clean up, but that's detail work. I can do that whenever. And oh, I still do have some this is good firewood. This is Toyon. Really hard wood, burns forever. So I still have one more load of firewood to get. Good thing I made this video and walked over here, because I forgot about that. Okay, and then all this area's been cleaned up. I found a bunch of scrap metal over here yesterday too. Got that cleaned up, and I pulled out as much of the witch's broom as my strength could allow me, and took out a lot of the witch's broom and burned it the past couple days from here. You just pull it out from the root. That's the only way to get rid of witch's broom. Stuff's nasty, flammable, invasive. It's a ladder fuel. It's just overall terrible. So get rid of that stuff. Okay, looking good over here, huh? All right, here we go. Now, ooh, steep. It's steep right here, everybody. Okay. It got cold last night. 29 degrees, I believe. My donkey's water trough was frozen this morning, and the hose I used to fill it up was frozen. I live at a lower elevation than where I am now, but it got cold last night. At least cold for California. Of course, California's got huge mountains, the Sierra Nevada and the Southern Cascades, Coast Range. Oh, people always think California, you know, just warm weather all the time. Yeah, right. You get up a couple thousand feet into our mountains and it's negative degrees at night. So 10 feet of snow, 20 feet of snow. All right. Remember this setup, everybody? My firewood transporting setup. I built this cool little bridge out of logs and bark all the way across to where I'm getting the firewood. Cool, huh? All right, here we go. There we go. This one's no good as well. Ooh, oh, this one's gonna be tricky. Yeah. This one's got a lot of knots in it. Oh, I got it. Cool. Good. Is this still working? Yeah, it's a miracle. All right. wood hooks. Let's go get some firewood. Let me show you all my path to the firewood. After the storms, there's a lot more water flowing now. It's more, it's like overcoming my bridge. Look at how cool this bridge is I made. Dang. Like I said in the previous video, that's better than the Golden Gate Bridge. Because the Golden Gate Bridge, you go over it and you're in San Francisco, which is a shithole. So that's why my bridge is better. My bridge, you go across it, you get this. Yeah. Here's a burn pile. But once again, I can't use it yet until I can get approval from the other property owner to run a hose off of his spigot down here. So here's the area where we're getting the firewood from. Now I got a little bit overzealous with my firewood production. I pretty much made firewood out of everything that I thought would still be good. And it turns out upon closer inspection, you know, that some of this is just too gone. It's already into a deep state of decomposition. It's got mushrooms and fungus and bugs in it, and it's all conked out. And, but, you know, there's still a lot of good firewood in here. And then for the stuff that's too far gone to use as firewood, the property owner wants me to fill the ravine with it. It's not a fire risk at all because this wood is, it's basically bug food at this point. It's breaking down fast. It's decomposing. It's late fall, so we're going to get a lot of water. And these ravines are pretty nasty. They're getting deeper and deeper because of soil erosion and channelization. And once again, we can use some of the excess wood to combat those problems. Okay, now we're closer to the, see all those burn piles? 1, 2, 3, 4 burn piles that I still need to get. Firewood pile, firewood pile, firewood pile, firewood pile, and that's where I've been working past couple days. Got those burn piles done. That's the first thing we checked out in this video. And then I have to remove a big firewood pile from there. And then basically this entire upper section of this property is finished. I mean, I'll have to come back periodically to maintain it. Because as you all know, fire safety work is an ongoing battle. There's no such thing as finishing the job. It's an ongoing battle that you have to just peck away at periodically. Okay, but the heavy lifting's done on this upper section, and then sometime in January of next year I get to do the lower section, which is 20 more acres down there. And it's gnarly down there. It's wild and woolly. Here's my bridge again. Actually held up quite nicely through the big storms. Very happy with my bridge. Yeah. Oh. 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 is just so nice right now. Crisp, cold. Yeah. Oh yeah. That made a nice noise. It's good firewood. Uh-oh. Miss. Oh man. Sometimes when I go lefty, I really miss. All right. Yes.